Hello there, folks, and welcome back to Bullets for Bucks. My name's Steven. I'm at the SHOT Show 2022 with Mack Brothers. They make custom actions and receivers here. So Alan's going to help introduce us to their action and show some of the features for us.
This is new for the 2022 SHOT Show year. This is our Evo 2. So we had the Evo 1 for the last 5 years. We just decided to make some tweaks on this, improve without increasing the cost of the product, just to refine the action a little more. We also offered this year's the BDL version, long and short action. Then we got the AW mag system still. All basically the same. So the action will come, it'll be in the white. You'll have a nitrided bolt and shroud. Action white, stainless steel, 416, bolt, nitrided, 4340. About a Recoil of 42. We made improvements this year to our cam and our bolt handle this year. Now we give our customers some options to change the bolt handle style. Some want a hunting style bolt handle, some want a tactical bolt
So that's
handle.
threaded on so you can swap out the handle.
Yes, this is threaded on here. It's probably pretty tight.
And then we got some like straight groove fluting. I don't know what the technical name. It's not exactly spiral. It's kind of like angled grooves.
And that was kind of perfect. For one thing, it shows it's our product. This is kind of unique, this kind of fluting. And it doesn't interfere with the shaving brass when you're rotating the bolt and moving it fore and aft. So it just lightens it up. It gives it another look. It's unique to us. Another thing very unique to us is our extractor system. Our extractor is, you can call it an M16 style of an extractor, but it's really, there's no pin and there's no spring in here. It's one unit that can be serviced with a bullet tip. You could pop it out if you needed to clean it out. Another thing that we did was we changed those familiar with the Evo know that we got the Bayonet Lugs type of system.
And it's super easy to remove your firing pin and whatnot for servicing it in the field, maybe inspecting it to see if it's cracked or anything like that. I really like the way it comes apart. It's super easy, and it has a really beefy aluminum bolt shroud.
No, this would be a steel.
Steel bolt shroud. So if you could explain that to us.
Yeah, the bolt shroud is basically the same as the bolt. It's made out of 4340. It's heat treated to about 42 Recoil. So that's going to give us the strength that we need in it. Then we nitride this for a couple reasons. It gives us abrasion resistance, makes the action super slick. I don't know if anybody, there are probably some others that offer this as standard. It's standard for Mack Brothers to have a nitrided bolt and shroud. Those familiar with the Evo 1, the bayonet lug on the fire control was in tandem. Now we've opposed that. Now we're distributing the load during the firing process to make it more even. It just makes for less vibration and nice, smoother firing.
And I see it as a 2-lug bolt, you know.
It's a 90-degree throw system, yep.
And it's got a single plunger ejector.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like when I ran the bolt in the receiver a little bit, ran the action, and I got to tell you, it's extremely smooth, and it feels less sloppy than, let's say, a Tikka. I do like Tikka, no hating on Tikka, but it's as smooth, but it feels more refined and precise at the same time without that extra wiggle. And another feature I like is that it has that bolt release on the side here, and I prefer that over like a bolt release in the trigger guard area or what have you. And it comes with, well, I guess it depends on what trigger you put in there, but they have a Trigger Tech diamond in here, which of course has a 2-stage safety on it. What can you tell me about how the recoil lug for the receiver works?
Yes, kind of unique. A lot of guys will pin the recoil lug on, but what we found when you drill and pin, that weakens the action. A lot of force in this area. We've seen splitting along here. So our solution to index, so you didn't have to have a special tool for assembly, is that we get the star pattern on both the lug and the receiver. And this gives us a proper index. It actually strengthens the action. We add another 1/8 inch of thread tenon onto the gun. So you get a little more purchase on the barrel. It's just, it keeps the cost down. That's really what we're known for, is building a fully featured custom action at a real reasonable price. And that's kind of why we do it this way.
And then how's the trigger held into the receiver here? I noticed it's a little different than, let's say, a Remington 700 where it was just held in with 2 pins. They have what looks like a little screw here. Can you explain that?
Yeah, it's we call this our trigger hanger. So it's got one screw holding the trigger in and the shoe. There's a little lip underneath, so you can pop the trigger in and install it with one screw. Well, the advantage to this is we can now move the hole spacing on the trigger shoe depending on what trigger you get. If you get a Timney or a Trigger Tech, now we're going to get the proper bolt drop like any good custom action should be, without having to modify the cocking pieces and things like that. So it's very simple. You just call us up, and you want a 10 thou ahead, 20 thou ahead, or back. We can make recommendations depending on the trigger that you get, and give you the proper trigger shoe. Another thing, if you're hunting and precision shooting, you can have 2 different trigger shoes and 2 different triggers. Easy to take out. One screw, pop it out. No pins, no punches. It's just really a simple.
That's
way.
really excellent. I mean, yeah, you could just swap out triggers. If you had a flat blade that was, weighted down to like a pound, let's say, and you want something safer with a curved blade, you could just simply swap out the whole trigger that way. And you guys have a titanium action, right, for those looking for like high country hunting, make a lighter rifle?
Yeah, that's actually how we started. We started with a titanium action. The trick to titanium was to get it smooth without galling, and there's a couple methods that we use, kind of proprietary, but everybody in the industry that knows us knows that we build probably the smoothest titanium action on there. You lose 8 ounces off the weight of the rifle as compared to the stainless action, so the whole market's going lightweight. Yeah. Anywhere you can shave ounces is a big deal. So, and the price point on the titanium is far less than anybody else in the industry. Yeah. A great action.
And I see on the rear here, that's basically a cocked indicator.
Yep. Yeah, we like to have some kind of visual for safety reasons, and a very simple. It's actually the rear of the firing pin, so there's no intermediary part there that can hang up on there. So it truly shows it's cocked. And then when you fire it, very easy, quick reference that the gun is cocked or if it's fired.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Alan, for introducing us to your receiver in action there, and I look forward to speaking with you more.
You bet.